Yeah, and like any other things that you notice, like being an owner, that you get like
Just people looking for
that free stuff.
Yeah,
the handouts.
they always ask me. They're like, because maybe somebody told them or whatever. They're like, "You the owner?" I'm like, "No." I clean the bathrooms, bartend.
Right. I'm a bar back. I haven't
exactly.
even met the owner.
Yeah.
And when you guys were both getting started, like first shifts working and stuff, what are some rookie mistakes that you made?
I mean, when it comes to rookie mistakes, the first one that comes to my mind, this is when I first started bartending for the catering company. It was a pretty high-end wedding we were working, and I made the mistake of, I love him to death. I see him like he's my older brother. I made the mistake of trusting my cousin who was working with us, and they put him behind the bar right off the rip because he's older than me. And they were like, it looks weird if you put the 18-year-old and not the 25-year-old behind the bar or whatever. And he knew enough. He made the bride a Cosmo, and she takes a sip of it and just spits it all out, like right all over the bar. And of course, our boss is right there. And great boss. A little intense, but great boss.
Yeah.
He sees that. He comes over. He's like, who the fuck made this Cosmo? And of course, my older cousin looks at me and is like, oh, it was Tommy. This fucking Cosmo has tequila in it. And I'm like, oh my God. And she hates tequila, spits it all over the place, freaks the fuck out of me. I'm getting freaked out. I'm getting freaked out on by the bride and the owner. And I'm just like, yeah, I guess I'm taking this on the chin.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, my cousin comes over. He's like, yo, here's $100. He's like, thank you for taking the fall, man. So now I know it's, obviously we're all family behind the bar and everything, but something like that happens and my hands are up.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Well, that's such like a real thing, because like when something like that happens, taking it on the chin, like a lot of people don't.
Yeah, sometimes you got it.
I feel like those people really screw themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Like when you're getting in trouble for something, even if it wasn't you, and you go and blame the other person, when you make a mistake, and like people are ratting you out now. Now it's like you're like started this kind of like back and forth. I like, my girl works at a restaurant, and she was telling me like one of her coworkers got in trouble like a month ago for doing something, and she just got caught doing it. Everybody on the staff does it. And as soon as she got in trouble, she was like, well, Tommy and Joe do this too. I'm only saying those names because you guys. But, Tommy and Joe do it, and they don't get in trouble. And now there's like this whole... now Tommy and Joe got it out for her. Like, what did she rat us out for? We didn't get caught. So I think like taking it on the chin is kind of like underrated. Like, like you almost have to do that if you like your your coworkers and stuff.
Yeah, you just eat it and then
cover for each other.
I have a similar thing when I was in Colorado. This is like 12, 13 years ago. It was one of my first real bartending. I was managing, and then one of the bartenders, I kind of knew I'd bartend a little like beach club parties and stuff.
Right.
So I didn't really know what I was doing, but I got the job managing everything, and one of the bartenders had to leave. Her grandfather like passed away or something, so couldn't hire anyone. It was towards the end of the season, so I was bartending. And there's a lot of kids over there, like little, and they all love Shirley Temples. Well, we had the sweet vermouth in the rack next to the grenadine, and they're both red.
Yep.
So I was using sweet vermouth for like 3 weeks. Like all these kids are getting sweet vermouth. You'd be like, "Oh, make it more red." I'm like, "Yeah," doing it. And then I worked a party, and one of the girls, she was making like 10 Shirley Temples. She's like, "Grab me the grenadine." I'm like, "Yeah, here you go." She's like, "What is this?" "It's vermouth." I'm like, "Oh, yeah." I'm like, use this one, And then I realized that we've been going through sweet vermouth like crazy for a couple weeks.
None of the kids said anything?
No, nobody said it. They loved it, and I'm sure the parents
alcohol
did.
in sweet vermouth?
Yeah, it's like 13% or something.
So the kids really loved it.
Yeah, and I'm sure the parents liked it too. They're on vacation. The kids are passing out left and right. I'm like, I had a long day on the slopes, I guess.
That's awesome.
That's what's it called? I did like a brief stint of serving in Patchogue, and very similar thing. We had like one of those what are they called? like the thing we have for the pina colada, but not that. Like it's for just like the dispenser that had like a pre-made drink in it.
Yeah, like almost like a 7-Eleven dispenser. Yeah, like a frozen dispenser.
So it was one of those, but it was it literally said on it electric lemonade, and I was just like, when I had my shifts there, it was I would bartend and serve, and these kids, they all wanted electric lemonade. So I'm like, yeah, so I'm just gonna get it from the one behind the bar instead of like pouring lemonade and putting like whatever flavoring I had to put in. And I gave this table of like 14 kids electric lemonades, and the manager that was there at the time goes, hey, did you already drop off those drinks? I go, yeah. He goes, they all have vodka in them. And I go, oh, shit. So I had to go over, and I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. It's my first day. It's like my ninth. But, like, it's my first day.
Yeah.
I grabbed the wrong thing for the kids, blah, blah, blah. I grab them. I take them all back. And one of the moms was just like, what happened with the drinks? And I was pretty honest. I was just like, pretty new here. I didn't know that there was alcohol in this, like, canister. And I hope none of your kids drank it. And she goes, you literally grabbed them before any of them could like get their straws open and stuff. I was like, thank God. It would have been a mess, because apparently like it was a decent amount in there.
Yeah. Even as a parent, I don't know. Like if you came up to me honest like that, I feel like I'd be like, you know, it's all good. You know,
they
like,
were great.
Let's
They
get
tipped
them
well.
some,
They were very nice people. Yeah.
I when I was like 19, I was working on a beach at the Fontainebleau in Miami, and these kids come up. I guess like growing up, I had always gotten a virgin pina colada, but I would always ask my parents, like, can I have a pina colada? And they just, I guess, would get me a virgin.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was a virgin. And I was just starting like in the serving and everything. And these kids came up and ordered a pina colada, and I just put it in normal. And these are like, you know, 7 and 11-year-old girls.
Yeah.
And I got it for them. And they took a sip and they made this face. And I knew as soon as they made that face, I was like, oh shit. I just took it back.
Yeah.
Like, before they even went back to their parents, I was like, those aren't for you guys. Let me get you different ones. And then like, I went and I was like, can I get it with no alcohol? And they were like a virgin? I was like, oh shit. That's when I learned. I was like 19 too. Like I really should have known by that age. You're like, I was working as a server and stuff like in Fire Island already, but I don't know why virgin had never,
just
or maybe
came
I didn't
across.
pay attention, whatever it was. But I'm like, oh shit, you know, like
It's scary too when like you realize you're like, oh shit, like it's scary because like you said, how they make the face. That right off the rip, like that, I would have done the same thing where you just grab it. You're
my
like,
heart
oh,
dropped.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
100%.
I was like, oh my god, like
terrifying.
yeah. Thank God it was just like I saw that first sip, because if she went back to her seats with those and like, they finished it, oh man, I would have been screwed. What if you were to give somebody who's just starting out today advice on, you know, rookie advice, something not to do, what's one thing?
I would just say patience is key, man.
Yeah.
There's, you know, no matter what bar you work at, there's going to be people that they come in and there's just a problem with everything. But you know, at the end of the day, for all you know, like just like I always say, when you're at a bar, you're at a restaurant, you should always have that peace of mind where it's like, you know, maybe the server or the bartender is having a bad day. Maybe that's why they're not on their game.
Yep.
I think it should go both ways. Where it's maybe they're not being the best customer because they're also going through it right now.
Right. Maybe they're coming from a funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would have no idea.
Right.
But yeah, what's called? I would definitely say just be patient. You know, let the time run out. You know, by the time they leave, if there was no rhyme or reason for them being like that, and then they come in the next time and they're like that again, it's like, oh, this is just who they are. Which sucks.
You're not going to do anything to change it.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely just be patient.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when I go out to eat, like, you know, you don't always have the best server in the world, but maybe they are good. Something happened there. You know, somebody died, you know, whatever. Something happened. They got in a car accident 10 minutes before they got here. You know, give them
Just a rough morning.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
I remember, like, we did one at Sweet Jane. I was talking with Dell. I don't know if you know Dell.
Yep.
And we were laughing. I was like, you know, maybe the person, like, went to go brush their teeth and knocked their toothbrush in the toilet. And he was like, that's fucking crazy. But, yeah, like, that would ruin my day. You know? But, yeah, like, you could just be having an off morning. And, like, you know, that's just...
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just the beauty of, you know, the restaurant industry, bar industry. Like, people come in, like customers, Could be their best day, could be their worst day.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, they could have got a promotion on their job. Somebody could have died. Maybe they're coming in to celebrate somebody's life. You
Right.
know?
You
You
really
know,
never
their
know.
98-year-old grandfather who just passed away. He lived a great life.
Yeah.
You know, they're either, I know everyone's sad, but they're celebrating his life, or somebody, you know, something really bad happened.
Definitely.
They come here looking for some kind of comfort and this and that, and, you know, that's what we got to give them. But
And it's kind of cool that like we're in the position to do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a powerful position. You know, like people kind of look at bartenders as like, you know, basic, you know,
Yeah.
run of the mill, like just regular job. But like, actually, we are therapists for people. Like, you can really change or make people's days. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
you're in the position with more power than I think is given credit to.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
like even some bartenders give themselves credit too. Like,
Yeah.
you can change that person's day if you
Yeah.
just, you know, change your attitude or like up it up. You know, like
Absolutely.
that's how we're supposed to come in. You
Yeah.
know, like, be
I
able
would
to-
say also for new bartenders coming into it, ask as many fucking questions as you have to, man. Like,
Definitely.
you're brand new. Nobody that you work with is gonna give you shit right off the rip unless you lied on your resume. But that obviously happens.
Yeah.
But what's it called? Like, you know, someone or like a service ticket pops up and they get a cocktail you never heard of. You know, like you could do Google or whatever, but if like you're next to a seasoned bartender, just ask him.
Yeah.
Like, just ask him or her, whatever. Like, do what you got to do. Because you'd rather learn it from someone who knows how to make it than just assume because you saw the ingredients on Google. And then what's called now, even if you don't have the time to Google or anything, you're assuming what's in it. You're fucking that drink up. Like now the server is gonna get yelled at because the drink is terrible. Like ask as many questions as you need until you're comfortable. And like even with like a cocktail like a Cosmo. Obviously it's not tequila. But what's it called? Like a Cosmo. You don't know how to make it? Just ask. It takes 3 seconds for your coworker to be like, oh, it's this, and this. Like,
Shake it up extra good.
Yeah.
And like I think it's more like those little steps. Like you can Google what's in the cocktail and put it all, but some cocktails are layered. Some like you
Yeah.
have to shake this before you add this and whatever it is. Like you can't just go and throw it all in one glass.
No,
you know?
yeah.
Some things you can't shake when you have soda in the cocktail. You gotta